Hello and welcome to our webinar tonight. My name is Court Christie, and we're just getting everybody logged in right now to this webinar, and I want to give ourselves a few more minutes here to get things started. We're in for a treat this evening, and I'm really excited about the content and the information that all of you are going to be learning about today, and we're just going to give this a minute or two here, so just hold tight for a few more minutes. And hello and welcome everyone who have logged in here already to this webinar. We're going to get started here in just a minute. My name is Court Christie, and we've got a lot of people logging in, so we're going to give them a little more time here to get situated with us. But I'm really excited that we've got so many people that have joined this particular webinar. In fact, we've even maxed out. So that's always fun when we load it up to the point that we can't add anybody else, and maybe we'll be looking at doing an event in the future. But right now, this is information that is so valuable to every business, and this is exciting. So just hold on a minute here while we get more people logged in. Once again, as I'm watching people log into this webinar, I want to welcome those people that are just coming on. I see that they're coming from all around the country, so that's a lot of fun. I want to congratulate everybody that has joined in for this webinar, because the content that you're going to hear tonight is incredibly valuable for anyone in business. Anyone doing any e-commerce of any kind has to know this information, and this is information that's going to make all of us a lot more money. And I'm excited about it just by adding this to everything that I do with my organizations online. So we're going to give it another minute here as more people get logged in, and as we fill up this webinar, we'll get started here in just a minute. Hold tight, everyone. Okay. Again, I want to welcome those of you that have just joined us, and I'm sure there'll be a few more stragglers. I'm watching them come in to our webinar tonight. Again, my name is Court Christie, and I am the president, founder of Nevada Corporate Headquarters and a number of other companies. We've got an exciting webinar. Todd Brown is with us tonight, and Todd is going to be educating us on some information that every one of us, including myself, needs to have in his six-figure funnel formula. And this is just fantastic information. Now, Todd is the go-to guy for top online marketers all around the country and all around the world. And he's going to show us how we can create incredibly profitable funnels from a number of different ways of online marketing. And Todd, we reached out to him, and he's agreed to put together this fantastic private free webinar for our NCH clients, friends of NCH, some of my email subscribers, and I was very gracious and very appreciative of that because his content is so fantastic. Now, Todd's going to be talking tonight about how to set up your first $100,000 marketing funnel with his 5 pieces of the six-figure funnel formula that he's developed. Now, this is a very unique strategy, and so I want all of you to be taking notes on the information that he's going to be sharing tonight. Also, remove all distractions. I always find that, if the door's shut and the TV's off, we can focus on this information because this is going to come to you really rapidly. And I don't want you to miss out on any of this. Todd is just a wealth of information and education, and he's going to be sharing a ton of it with you tonight. So I'm excited, again, for all of our clients and email subscribers to be joining us, and those of you that took action, because we had a lot of people that could not get on this webinar because this sold out so fast. And let's get started here. Todd, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thanks for giving us your time and your energy here for the next hour, and I'm just excited about what you have to share, so take it away, Todd.
I'm going to pack a tremendous amount of content into 60 minutes. And so I typically talk fast, but tonight I'm going to talk at lightning pace because there is so much stuff that I want to share with you and so much stuff that I want to give you. Now, to kind of give you an idea, we're going to talk about how to set up your first $100,000 marketing funnel using the 5 main pieces of the six-figure funnel formula. Now, let me tell you, a few days ago, I opened up registration for a brand new training program called the Six-Figure Funnel Formula Training Program. And leading up to the opening of that program, I released a series of 4 videos that really kind of shared all of the key elements of the six-figure funnel formula, right? And so, and the response has been over the top. We had something like 31,000 views. We've gotten over 300 comments, and the comments were just people raving about the quality of the content in those videos, just over the top content, stellar information. And I really designed those videos because I wanted them to be good enough to be a paid product. And I think I really accomplished that. I share that with you in this context at the start of our time together tonight, because what this presentation is about is taking the most important elements from those 4 videos and boiling it down to a 60-minute training for you. And so tonight, I'm going to give you the most important components of those 4 videos and make sure that you understand the 6-figure funnel formula, specifically the 5 main pieces of the formula. Now, in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little map. That is the 6-figure funnel formula. Don't worry, do not fear. I'm going to show you a much bigger version of that map in just a bit. I have to cover that, like, don't panic, don't worry. You're going to see a full-blown view of that. I'm going to show you the 5 main pieces, and I'm going to walk you through the key elements of each of the 5 main pieces. And so the first piece that we're going to talk about is what's called the traffic captivation page. This is the kind of the doorway to your funnel. And yes, this does generate the contact information of prospects, but this is not at all your typical squeeze page. This does not use a lead magnet. You'll understand why. You'll understand why you shouldn't be using a lead magnet, and you'll understand the simple components of this page and how it simply conveys your marketing funnel hook, which I'm going to talk about in just a bit. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the customer captivation offer and page, and you'll understand why this offer converts at such a high rate. I'm going to share with you what the offer is, and I'm going to share with you how you present the offer to the market, to the prospects that come through your traffic captivation page for maximum conversions. Then I'm going to talk to you about something called the transaction maximization sequence. This is not at all your typical upsell sequence. In fact, this is not even an upsell sequence. This is what we call an add-on sequence, and this sequence, you'll understand the strategy behind this particular sequence and how it and why it jacks up, multiplies the value of a new customer coming through your customer captivation offer. You'll also understand why the typical upsell process and upsell sequence and upsell formula that most marketers are taught and use is totally flawed compared to what the transaction maximization sequence does, and you're going to get it right away when I show this to you. You're also going to learn about the amplification autoresponder chain, and this is basically a series of 8 mini email autoresponder sequences. Most of these sequences consist of 2, sometimes 3 different emails, and you'll see how these are, it's a coordinated chain of sequences that actually work with the transaction maximization sequence to increase the value of your new customers even more. So in other words, to generate even more money and deliver more value to your new customers. And so it's not the typical autoresponder linear sequence at all. And then I'm going to explain to you the what's called the prospect remarketing sequence. It's probably the most easily understandable portion of the 6-figure funnel formula. Now, before I continue, a couple of quick things. Number 1, I want you to understand that this entire training tonight and the entire 6-figure funnel formula was designed for new, more novice marketers that do not have their own 6-figure funnel yet and do not have access to expensive technology, expensive CRMs like Infusionsoft or Office Autopilot. Every single thing that you are going to see tonight can be done with 3 tools that cost under $100. And I'm talking simple tools like your typical email autoresponder like Aweber for $19, Lead Pages for $38. And so you do not need any kind of crazy whiz-bang special technology to do this. And every single piece of this can be fully automated, like I said, with some cheap tools that I'll tell you about as we go through this. Now, the second thing is that before we jump in and talk about the first component, the traffic captivation page, I need to talk to you about the foundation of your marketing funnel. And if I did not cover this, I would do you a massive disservice. what I'm about to share with you is honestly the single most valuable thing I have learned in the 12 plus years I've been doing direct response marketing online. It is the one thing that has been more responsible for my ability to create highly profitable marketing funnels than anything else. And if you don't get this, then relatively, as I'm going to explain to you, relatively, no matter what your funnel looks like, even the six-figure funnel formula, if you don't get this, your conversions are going to suffer, your revenue is going to suffer, your cash flow, your income is going to suffer. When you do get this, your results will even shock you in terms of what your funnel will produce. And what I'm talking about is this concept called marketplace sophistication. And don't get overwhelmed by this. This is a lot simpler than what it seems like on the surface. Probably even the way I'm going to explain it, it's a lot simpler. But marketplace sophistication really just tells us what hook or big idea, what marketing angle, what marketing message in your marketing funnel, behind your marketing funnel, your specific prospects in your specific niche and marketplace will respond to. And on the flip side, which hooks, which ideas, which marketing messages your prospects in your niche will virtually ignore or discount. Which hooks will cause what I typically refer to as mental opt-out, right? Where prospects say immediately, oh, I've seen that before, I've heard that before, more of the same, oh, I know what that's about already, right? And so marketplace sophistication is it basically tells us for each of your prospects what we need to build your marketing funnel hook around, how we need to position your marketing message so that they pay attention. Now, I'm going to explain marketplace sophistication, walk you through this completely so that you get it. But what I want you to understand first is that every different niche, every different marketplace, whether it's real estate agents, individuals going through a divorce, gardeners, people interested in weight loss, scrapbookers, it does not matter. Every different niche has the ability to be at a different level of marketplace sophistication. In fact, every product for every different niche has the ability to be at a different level of marketplace sophistication. And it's you knowing, uncovering, understanding what the level of marketplace sophistication is for your prospects. It's that allows us to build your marketing funnel hook on an idea, build your message in a way that will grab your prospects' attention, generate their interest, and get them to respond. Right? And so there are 5 different levels of marketplace sophistication. Bear with me here because this seems on the surface like it's complicated, but you're going to see in a second when I show you what these 5 different levels are and when I show you how prospects progress through these different levels and how the marketing needs to change at these different levels, you're going to get it right away. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to begin to understand that it is critical that the rest of the funnel that I'm going to share with you tonight be built off of the right hook, the right idea, the right marketing message for your prospects based on which of the 5 levels of marketplace sophistication they are at. Now, simply put, marketplace sophistication tells us that as prospects are exposed to more and more advertising and marketing messages, right? More and more marketing, more and more advertising over time with bigger, bolder, more hyped up claims and promises, well, prospects become less and less responsive to certain marketing funnel hooks and ideas, right? As prospects are exposed to more and more claims and promises, they respond less and less to those same level hooks and promises. And so if you roll out with a marketing funnel hook or promise that is too low on the sophistication scale, or too low on the levels of sophistication, your prospects are not going to respond at the same level that they could if we simply built your marketing message around an appropriate hook for their level of sophistication. Doesn't matter, same product, same offer, same price point, same deliverables. It starts first and foremost with the marketing hook, because at the beginning of your funnel, at the beginning of all marketing, the first step is getting their attention. If you cannot get and keep their attention, it does not matter what happens next, what you say next, what you have planned next, they will tune out. They'll have that immediate mental opt-out. And so we've got to nail this marketplace sophistication. And so before I walk you through the 5 different levels, let me give you an example that I think will really drive this home. And so Let's use an example of a fat burner, right? At one point in time, there were no fat burners. There were none of these fat burning supplements out on the market. There were still weight loss prospects individuals interested in losing weight, trimming their waistline, getting into shape, right? Feeling better about their appearance, right? They were still there, but there was no fat burners. And then all of a sudden, some man, some woman, some entrepreneur, some company came out with the very first fat burner, right? They introduced the very first fat burner to the market. Now, when that very first fat burner hit the market, the only thing that needed to be said in terms of advertising or marketing was take this pill and you'll lose weight. That's it. That's all they needed to say at that point. Take this pill and you'll lose weight. The reason why is because prospects, weight loss prospects at that time, had never been exposed to that type of marketing message before. They had never been exposed to that type of proposition, to that type of promise. And because they were never exposed at that point to that type of marketing message, they were still at the very first level of sophistication. And so because they were at that very first level of marketplace sophistication, they responded to a level 1 marketing message. Now, let's fast forward to today. Knowing the landscape of fat burning supplements today, knowing all of the different products, all the different hooks, all the different advertising claims and whatnot. Now, let's say that we got together, we all partnered together to come out with a brand new fat burning supplement. Don decided to back us with all the money. We brought our new fat burning supplement to the market. Well, imagine what would happen to us today if we try to release our brand new fat burner into the market, knowing what we know about the market and what's out there. And all we said in our marketing and advertising was, take this pill and you'll lose weight. Right? A proposition that at one point worked when the market was at the first level of sophistication. What do you think would happen to us today if all we said was take this pill and lose weight? And that's what we built our entire marketing funnel hook around. We would get clobbered. We'd barely make any sales and we'd lose all the money that Don invested with us. Why? Because today, weight loss prospects are no longer at that first level of marketplace sophistication. They've been exposed to level 1 messages, to level 2 messages. And like what happens, like what I'm going to explain to you, they move through the different levels of sophistication. And so they no longer respond to that level 1 marketing message, right? Well, this is why, very quickly, it's so critical that you understand what level of marketplace sophistication your prospects for your niche and your product are at. Because if you don't, and you roll out with a level 2 or a level 1, if your prospects are at a level 3, you're going to suffer. Doesn't matter how great our product is. It doesn't matter what the ingredients are. If we rolled out with a marketing hook that was take this pill and you'll lose weight, we're going to struggle. We're going to suffer because it is too immature. Now, before I continue, let me just give you a quick overview of the 5 different levels and explain how the marketing needs to change based on where your prospects are at in the 5 levels of sophistication. So level 1 is basically a green market, right? It's a market where you're introducing a product that they've never seen before, right? And so those are rare markets today, right? Where you're introducing a brand new product that they've never seen before. And so at that stage for a market, all you need to do is tell the prospects what your product does for them, right? Do this and you get this. Right? But what happens in every marketplace, what happens in every niche is prospects, as prospects are exposed to that, other entrepreneurs see that there are other companies, other individuals making money, and more competitors come into the market, and they begin to make the same or similar claims. And so what happens is prospects begin to respond less and less to that type of message, and they progress to the second level of sophistication. Now, at the second level of sophistication, what you always see happen, and if you look around, if you think about it for a second, you'll see that this has happened in multiple multiple niches. You'll see that it happens across the board. So at level 2, what happens is marketers begin to expand the claim. They begin to make bolder and bigger and more hyped up claims. And so the promise changes from take this pill and you'll lose weight to take this pill and you'll lose 7 pounds, or take this pill and you'll lose 10 pounds, take this pill and you'll lose 12 pounds. Well, at some point, what happens is that prospects no longer respond to just a bigger and bigger claim, right? Like today, if we said, take this pill and you'll lose 100 pounds, right? Prospects wouldn't believe it. It lacks believability. It lacks credibility. And so they wouldn't respond. And so it reaches a point where in a market, simply making a bigger claim than your competitors, it falls flat. It doesn't work because prospects have progressed to the third level. This is why I see marketers, especially novice marketers in the internet marketing community, that they think that, well, everybody else is saying, all right, I'm going to show you how to get 10,000 fans, so I'm going to tell them I'll show you how to get 50,000. Oh, there are people saying that I'm going to show you how to get 100,000. I'll show you how to get 1 million fans on. They don't realize that what happens is that prospects move to a level 3 of sophistication, and they no longer respond to just a bigger, more hyped up, more exaggerated claim. And so at level 3, when your prospects are at level 3, what your marketing needs to become about is the unique mechanism. And that's one of my favorite things as it relates to marketing, because the unique mechanism is the unique element or component of your product or service, or the element of your product or service that competitors just aren't talking about, that actually delivers the result for your prospect. It's the part of your product that makes prospects believe that your product can finally give them the results that they want because it has this unique mechanism. So going back to our fat burner example, let's say that we introduced a, bark from the rainforest that prevents the absorption of fat in your intestinal tract, right? At one point, there was that type of, ingredient that was introduced, right? And that became the unique mechanism. Just like if you follow any of the fat burning supplements, not that long ago, Garcinia was introduced. And the first fat burner, the first product that introduced Garcinia, sold like freaking hotcakes. It sold like hotcakes because it was a unique mechanism. It gave prospects hope that maybe this product is different, right? This product is different, so maybe this product will deliver the result, will strip the fat off. Maybe this time it will work for me. But like what happens at all different levels of marketplace sophistication, what happens is competitors come along and competitors pay attention to other savvy marketers and companies, and they knock off and begin to offer similar claims. So today there's tons of products with Garcinia in it. If we rolled out and we said, take this pill and you'll lose weight because it has Garcinia in it, we wouldn't generate the money that the first folks did, because at that point, it was a unique mechanism. And so that's when prospects move to level 4. At level 4, it's very similar to level 2 in that our marketing message now becomes about expanding the claim for the unique mechanism. So now it's not just Garcinia, but it's pharmaceutical grade Garcinia, or it's, cold pressed Garcinia, or it's XYZ, extracted Garcinia, or it's Garcinia at a higher potency. And so you see how, and hopefully you have a basic understanding right now, just even conceptually, that you see how you have to understand what the level of marketplace sophistication is for your particular prospects, for your particular product, because if you don't, there's a great likelihood that you'll roll out with a marketing message that is just immature, that's at too low of a sophistication level. And I'll tell you that rolling out with an immature marketing message, please get this, one that is built on a marketing hook or idea that prospects have seen multiple times before, that prospects have heard already, that is at too low of a level of marketplace sophistication, this is responsible for more marketing failure than anything else. Does not matter, listen to me, doesn't matter whether you're using Optimized Press or you're using Lead Pages, whether you're streaming videos with Vimeo or whether you're streaming videos with Wistia, or whether you are, whatever. If your marketing funnel is built on an immature message, a marketing hook that is too immature for your marketplace, your results are going to fall flat. Right? And so it's critical that before you even think about creating a single piece of your marketing funnel, that you identify the hook for your marketing funnel that is appropriate for the marketplace sophistication level of your specific prospects. Now, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to give you a 4-step process to create your hook. So hang tight. It's a lot easier than it sounds like. We just need to make sure that that hook is built on the right level of marketplace sophistication for your prospects. Now, once we've got that, then we can begin to create the first of the 5 main pieces of the 6-figure funnel formula, which is the traffic captivation page. Now, I mentioned earlier that the traffic captivation page does not use a lead magnet. If you're new to the online marketing world, a lead magnet is is a tool that the average online marketer uses. It's usually an extra free piece of content like a video, an audio, a PDF, or it's a tool or a spreadsheet or a piece of software or something like that that the typical marketer uses as a way to get a bunch of people from their market on their list. Well, the traffic captivation page does not use a lead magnet at all. The traffic captivation page is a simple page that basically the most important of the 5 components of that page is that it displays your hook, which I'm going to walk you through in just a second. It doesn't use a lead magnet because first and foremost, what most marketers don't understand is that the current 2-step process that is being used by most marketers today, the typical squeeze page with the lead magnet, is a distortion of the 2-step marketing process that the original godfathers of marketing like Dan Kennedy and Jay Abraham and Gary Halbert used and promoted starting way back, right? Originally, the 2-step marketing process, not originally, the 2-step marketing process was designed to do this. It was designed to get prospects, not just suspects, not looky-loos, not freebie seekers, but it was designed to get prospects that were interested in learning more about the solution that's presented in the hook, and I'm going to walk you through that. It was designed to get them to raise their hands so that we can then plug them into a marketing and sales process to get them to buy your first product. It was never designed to be a system where we just get freebie seekers to enter their email address and wind up with a list, a low response list of a bunch of looky-loos and freebie seekers that have no interest in your solution but just wanted the freebie, right? And that's why today so many internet marketers that use the typical squeeze page and lead magnet get such a high percentage of fake email addresses, because all the people want is the freebie. What the traffic captivation page does is it takes your traffic and it generates interested prospects. And that's why, as you're about to learn, the customer captivation offer converts at such a high rate. It's why those individuals don't enter a fake email address, because they're not being offered anything for free. They're being offered a solution that they can learn more about on the very next page. And I'll explain how we deliver that in just a second. So before we do that, like I said, the most important component of the traffic captivation page is your hook. So what is a marketing funnel hook? Right? Well, a marketing funnel hook is a lot easier than, or crafting one is a lot easier than a lot of marketers believe. A hook or big idea for your marketing funnel is really nothing more than the marketing angle. The marketing angle that you're using to grab your prospect's attention, present your marketing message, and introduce them to your product or service. Right? And so it does 3 things, right? It grabs your prospect's attention. It's what presents your marketing message, right? And it gives you the ability to introduce them to your product or service. Every marketing funnel has to have a hook. So let me walk you through the 4 different components of a rock solid marketing funnel hook. Then I'll show you an example of a hook, and then I'll break down the hook very quickly for you to show you these 4 components that I'm about to show you right now, how they're at play in the hook. So the first component to your marketing funnel hook is what we call prospect identification. This is the part of the hook, and a hook is just, it's one statement. It's what it is. It's one statement that grabs your prospect's attention and creates that level of engagement so that we can begin the marketing and selling process, which I'm going to introduce you to in just a couple of minutes. And so prospect identification is where we demonstrate to prospects that this is for them, right? That this is specifically for them. This isn't a general, wide open to everybody, that this is a specific message for them. Now, the second component is what we call specificity of situation, meaning that your hook addresses a specific circumstance, a specific problem, a specific obstacle that your prospect is dealing with right now that they want to alleviate from their life. It's the thing that they're dealing with right now that your product or service can alleviate for them, that they want alleviated, that they want out of their life. that they want to overcome, right? So we're identifying that it's, look, we're talking to you and you in this specific situation. The third component is proclamation of a new idea. And this is a new idea to prospects. It's not necessarily new to you, but every marketing funnel hook needs to be built on new, fresh, right? It needs to be perceived as new, not old. As a quick aside, and this might seem like common sense, but I want to drill this into you, right? Prospects respond to what's new and works, not what's old, even if what's old works. Prospects don't want to know what marketing principles have worked for the last 20 years. Like, there are marketers that say, I'm going to teach you the direct response principles that have worked for the last 20 years. Well, that seems on the surface like it's a credibility building factor, right? Like, it seems like, wow, that's great, but that's not what prospects want to know. They want to know what's new and what's cutting edge, what's new and what works. They don't want to know what's old, even if what's old works. It's why it's extremely difficult to sell old, tested and proven methods to prospects, because that's not what they want. And so your marketing funnel hook has to proclaim a new idea, new to the prospects. The fourth component is the big promise, and this is the big payoff. This is the result that these prospects want. It's the outcome that they want to experience. It's where they want to be after they alleviate the problem that they're dealing with in their specific situation. And so every marketing funnel hook can be built on, should be built on these four components. So let me walk you through an example hook. So here it is, totally made up just for educational purposes. So here it is. If you're over the age of 54 and behind in saving for retirement, there's a little known new investment vehicle that guarantees to double your net worth in 6 years. Right? Simple hook. This becomes the focal point of our traffic captivation page. Now, let me break down for you the four different elements at play in this simple hook. So the first thing we have is if you're over the age of 54. Well, that's prospect identification, right? It's not, we didn't just say if you're behind in saving for retirement, there's a little known new investment vehicle. We've identified the target segment of our market that we want to communicate with, and we're showing them that this is for you. So if you're over the age of 54, that's prospect identification. Behind in saving for retirement, that is specificity of situation. That's the problem that they have right now. That's the circumstance that they are dealing with right now. Then we've got the proclamation of a new idea. There's a little known new investment vehicle. Now, what you'll see here in proclamation of a new idea is where we introduce in the hook the curiosity factor, right? Because we're not actually revealing what that is. We're not saying, right? We're not saying there's a little known new investment vehicle called XYZ that guarantees to double your net worth in 6 years. No, there's a curiosity factor at play in this proclamation of a new idea. And then we've got that guarantees to double your net worth in 6 years. That's the big promise. That's the big payoff. That's the big result, right? And so you can see how this hook, it starts with who they are, what situation they're in, reveals a new idea, and tells them the promise of that new idea. You can see it's a mini marketing message all in one, right? And so once you've got your hook, right, we use the hook on the traffic captivation page, and we immediately bring people to the customer captivation offer and page. Now, the customer captivation offer, first and foremost, is a lower priced offer. It is not a low priced offer. It's not one of these ultra low $7, $9 widgets, that end up generating really low value customers, and in many cases can have the ability to impact negatively your positioning in the marketplace. It is a lower priced offer, but not one of these ultra low priced offers. And you'll understand why, understand that not all customers are created equal. And like Dan Kennedy has taught his high level mastermind folks for forever, this idea that you want to generate quality customers that have the highest potential to spend more and more money with you at higher and higher price points. And so not all customers are created equal. And so you want to be careful that you're not using this ultra low priced offer and generating a bunch of really low value customers. And so let me tell you, on the customer captivation page, let me give you some of the specifics of this. Number one, there's no header, there's no headline, and there's no displayed add to cart button. the customer captivation offer is presented with a simple video sales presentation. No music, no fancy graphics. It's designed to look like a presentation. And it is broken down. There are different steps to the customer captivation offer video. I don't have time to go through all of them, but I want to show you the two main components, the two main categories of the steps of the offer. And it starts with you understanding the difference between marketing and selling. You know, so many marketers online do not understand the vast difference between selling and marketing. Right? It was Peter Drucker, one of the greatest management gurus of all time, that said the objective of your marketing is to make selling superfluous, to make it unnecessary, right? The job of your marketing is to create desire for your product, to create interest in your product, to create demand for your product before you even talk about your product. Right? See, selling is when you're talking about your product, the benefits, the features, the price, the offer, the bonuses, the premiums, the guarantee, etc. That's selling. And anytime you do that, all you're doing is selling. Marketing is when you're talking about the prospect, their circumstance, their situation, their problem, the solution that they want, and how they can get the solution and reap the rewards that they are looking for. Right? And frankly, just as a quick aside, that's why I named my company, the new brand that we launched a year ago, Marketing Funnel Automation, Marketing Funnel, not Sales Funnel, because the better your marketing is, the easier the selling process becomes. You don't need hyped up, salesy, high pressure, fake scarcity when you do the right type of marketing, because your marketing does the job for you, right? And so let me explain what I mean by that. So the customer captivation offer video is broken down really into two categories. There's a series of steps in each category. The first category, where the video begins, is with marketing. And so we start off by addressing the prospect's current situation, right? And we explain to them the detriment of remaining in that situation, the path that they are on, right? Like, in essence, another way for me to say this to you is that we're going to use education-based marketing, right? We're going to use education. We're going to educate the prospect, because first and foremost, an educated prospect is a good prospect. A non-educated prospect or uneducated prospect is a poor prospect. And so we're going to educate the prospects in a way that create desire for your product before we even introduce them to your product, so that when you do, they're thankful and you don't need high pressure tactics, strategies, and bogus scarcity, right? And so the way we do that is we start off by addressing the current situation that they're in and the detriment of that situation, right? And then we future pace them and we show them the path that they're on if they don't take action, or they take the incorrect actions, where they could wind up. We're not inventing fake stuff. We're not trying to come up with crazy stuff just to scare the bejesus out of them. We're telling them the truth. We want to make sure that these prospects understand their situation and where they're headed and what the likely outcome is if they don't take the right action, right? We're educating them. And so it's kind of like the old school sales formula of, problem, agitate, solve. This is the problem. This is why it's a problem for you. We agitate the problem by showing them, here's how it's going to get worse if you don't take the right action, or if you take the wrong actions. And then we move on to introducing your solution. Now, listen to me carefully here. When I say solution at this point, it is not your product yet. We're not introducing your product yet. We're introducing the solution. With our example that we've just been going through, that solution is the little known new investment vehicle that guarantees to double your net worth in 6 years. It's kind of like saying, look, this is the situation that you're in, and this is why it is a problem for you, right? And then we say, now this is what the outcome is, and here is proof of what happens if you don't take the right action now. What's going to happen when you are 60 and 70 and God willing 80 years old and you are still behind in your retirement. And here's proof for what I'm showing you that it is accurate and legitimate. Now, fortunately, there's a solution that can get you out of this situation, and it's a little known new investment vehicle that can blah, 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 blah. And you introduce them to this little known new investment vehicle, and you offer proof for them that it works, right? And so at this point, we've done no selling. We haven't spoken about your product. We haven't talked about the benefits, the features, none of that stuff. All we've done is marketing, is education-based marketing, so that at the end of that, they see that this little-known new investment vehicle, this solution, is the answer to their prayers, that it's the perfect solution, that it's the best solution, and that it has the ability to get them out of their situation. And we proved it, right? Proof is one of the most important and valuable and critical aspects of any kind of marketing funnel, of any kind of marketing message. Without proof, all you have is claims. That's it. And so proof is what takes claims and makes it factual to your prospects. It's at that point that they're like, yeah, man, I want to get started with this new investment vehicle. Still haven't sold, still haven't mentioned your product. It's at that point that we're able to segue into the introduction of your product or service so that it becomes the life raft. They're sinking in the water. You told them that there is a way for them to get out, right? You showed them that it's the best way for them to get out. They want that way, and now you're offering to give it to them. And that's why when it's done this way, there's such a high conversion rate with this customer captivation offer. And why it prospects are thankful for the opportunity, right? So I could say, and I've put together a special report and a special training program that walks you through all the nitty-gritty details of this new investment vehicle, shows you how to get started, how to set up your account, how to start doing it on autopilot so that it works for you to get you out of, to get you double your net worth in 6 years, blah, blah, blah. Here's how you can get it. Here's a bonus that you get with it, and here's my guarantee, right? And so you've gone from marketing to selling, and that is the way the customer captivation offer is presented, and that's why it converts so well. Now, for time purposes, let me go on to the next component. The next component I told you about is what's called the transaction maximization sequence, and this is the part of the six-figure funnel formula that multiplies what a new customer spends with you and does it in a way that taps into existing and accepted consumer buying behavior. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. So the typical marketer, the typical online marketer is really taught to do an upsell series, right? This is not an upsell series. This is an add-on series, and you'll understand the nuances in a second. So what the typical marketer is told is offer higher and higher price products to your new customers. So a new customer comes in and buys a product, well, offer them a higher price product. And then after that, offer them an even higher price product and offer them an even higher price product. And the number that gets thrown around all the time, which I think is just hysterical, I don't even know where it came from, but it's accepted by average new marketers like it's gospel, is what gets tossed around is you should offer a product that is priced up to 3 times the prior product. So for example, if your prior product was $33, well, they'll tell you that your first upsell should be $99. And if you sell a product that's $99, your first offer after that should be $300, and then after that $900, right? Like up to 3 times the price. Well, the reality is, I want you to think for 1 second. Tell me where in the world you can go and you see a successful business that offers new customers an option to get an additional product that is 3 times the price of the product that they just bought. Where can you go to find that happening? Nowhere. You buy a car for $100,000. They're not offering you something for $300,000 or $200,000 or $100,000. They're offering you add-ons that deliver more value and give you a better buyer experience, like unlimited oil changes, like an extended warranty, things that are all a fraction of the price of the car. When a man goes and buys a suit, for example, you buy a men's suit and you buy a suit for $2,000. They're not offering you something for $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000. They're not offering you something that's multiples the price of what you just paid for the suit. They're going to offer you add-ons that are at a fraction of the price. They're going to offer you a shirt for $350. They're going to offer you a tie for $200. They're going to offer you shoes for $250. right? You go to any drive-through, any fast food drive-through, they're not going to offer you something that's 2 or 3 times the price of your meal. They're going to offer you additional add-ons that deliver more value, that give you a better, more enjoyable eating experience, that are all a fraction of the price of the original product. You see, and that is accepted buyer behavior. That's accepted by consumers, and it's expected, and it is okay by consumers. And so that's what the transaction maximization sequence does. In fact, let me tell you, the very first offer in this sequence, which is called the reverse add-on. There's the reverse add-on, the soft add-on, the mid-tier, and the thank you page add-on. The reverse add-on is a percentage of the price of the customer captivation offer. It's a percentage of the price, and assuming that it meets all of the criteria for a good add-on offer, like it's congruent with the original offer, it adds value, right? It gives more benefit to the original offer. It doesn't make the original product seem like it's incomplete without the add-on. Assuming that it meets all of that criteria, it's why it's not uncommon for you to see 50. Even we have one reverse add-on offer that's regularly converted for the last 5 months at anywhere from 63 to 64%. That means 6 out of every 10 new customers that come in and buy the customer captivation offer take advantage of the reverse add-on. Do you know what that does to your front-end transaction value? How much money that adds to your front-end transaction value? And I want you to understand that all things being equal, the marketer that has the highest front-end transaction value can afford to spend the most to acquire new customers, right? When you're using this transaction maximization sequence and you're going up against competitors that are not, and let's say the average new customer for you is worth $50 and the average new customer for your competitors is only worth $30, you can do things that they can't do to acquire new customers. You can leverage channels, traffic channels that they can't. You can pay certain PPC or CPM costs that they can't afford to do. You can leverage certain traffic properties that they just can't afford to do because they don't have a high enough transaction value. And so what this transaction maximization sequence does is it strategically taps into existing buyer psychology and experience to increase the transaction size. And it does it recognizing that new customers have a low level of trust for you. When they're first entering into the transaction maximization sequence, they've yet to consume this product. They don't know if you deliver on what it is that you claim you deliver on. And so we've got to present offers to them that take that mindset into account and do it in a way that is within their expected and accepted frame of reference in terms of add-on offers. And so we're going to come back to that. But very quickly, for time purposes, let me tell you about the next main component. The next main component is the amplification autoresponder chain. And like I said earlier, this is a series of 8 mini email sequences, most of which are 2-3 emails that work together, that are integrated, that are fully automated, and that work along with the the transaction maximization sequence to jack up transaction value even more. Here's how it works. Actually, let me tell you first how this differs from the typical upsell process, offering higher and higher products to consumers that lots of average marketers use. They also present these offers as what we could just call one-time offers. They say, like, get it now, you can grab it now. If not, you can't get this later on. And they think that it's the scarcity play is the way to generate a new high-value customer. The reality of the situation is that, going back to what I said a couple of moments ago, that these people have a low level of trust. And so by only offering one-time offers, you're giving a low trusting customer, a brand new customer who's yet to experience your product, see your product, the ability to take advantage of an offer only at this time when they have a low level of trust. Well, what the amplification autoresponder chain does is it gives customers the ability to get a second chance on one of these add-on offers based on which one they skipped, which one or more they skipped. So let's say, for example, that an individual comes in, takes the customer captivation offer, takes the reverse add-on, takes the soft add-on, but does not take the mid-tier and does not take the thank you page gift offer. So what the amplification autoresponder chain does is, first and foremost, it'll send them a thank you message for these products that they purchased. But what it does is it identifies this individual as leaving off right here in the sequence. And so it pops them into this chain, which will give them a second chance offer 24 hours later and then over 2 days to take advantage of the mid-tier offer that they skipped. Now, the cool thing is that when the individual takes this second chance offer, which you'll typically get anywhere from 12 to 15% bump in your take rate on this. So you'll see an additional 12, 15% will take this after they've had the ability to consume your initial customer captivation product and they've seen the goods. And so what happens is then they take this, now they automatically get put into this link in the chain to get the second chance offer for the thank you gift offer. And so, and it does this all on autopilot. Now, the other thing is, let's say they take your customer captivation offer, but let's say, just for argument's sake, they don't take the reverse add-on. They do take the soft add-on, but they don't take the mid-tier or the thank you page gift offer. Well, what happens is the transaction, the amplification autoresponder chain, bear with me, it's late and I've done this, I've been talking all day, so just bear with me. What the amplification autoresponder chain does is it will, because they didn't take this, but they took this and not this or this, the amplification autoresponder chain will pick up where they left off at the furthest point in the sequence. And so it won't send them a second chance back here, right? It'll send them a second chance going forward. And so it'll dump them into this link, giving them the ability to get the mid-tier add-on. And then when they take this, or if they take that, they'll get the second chance offer for this. If they don't take this, then they're not pounded with another second chance, right? Because we don't want to create this no chain, right? We're going to only present them with the additional second chance if they take this second chance, right? And so understanding it's all fully automated, can be fully automated with a simple tool like Aweber, right? This whole entire thing can be powered by Aweber. There are literally 8 automation steps that you copy and paste into Aweber, and it will do this entire thing for you, power this entire thing. Traffic captivation page, customer captivation page can all be set up with a cheap tool like Lead Pages, or even something like, if you wanted to go with Optimized Press or InstaBuilder, it doesn't matter. And then there you can have a simple order form order processing program that'll take care of all the one-click add-on offers for you. Those are the only 3 tools that you need. Under $100, you can have these bad boys rocking. The final piece is what's called the prospect remarketing sequence. And this is the one that you more than likely are familiar with. This is the sequence that when prospects enter in and don't initially take advantage of the customer captivation offer, they're plugged into a 7-step follow-up series. It's got 7 different themes. It covers 7 different themes in here, and it drives folks back to take advantage of the customer captivation offer to drive them into the transaction maximization sequence. And so those are the 5 main pieces of the 6-figure funnel formula. And so as I mentioned at the start of this program, at the start of this training, just a handful of days ago, I released the actual training program for this funnel. And if you'll give me just about 8 minutes, I'm going to quickly tell you what this program is about and tell you what I believe is one of the sickest offers that I've ever seen created for this program. And then I'll take all your questions and we'll make sure that you leave with all the answers. So the 6-figure funnel formula training program, it's a comprehensive program of 12 modules. Each module is broken down into small, tiny lessons, so there's no info overload or overwhelm, and it walks you through all of the pieces, every single piece of every single aspect of the entire entire six-figure funnel formula. So for example, module 1 gives you the foundation of your funnel. This is where I show you how to uncover the marketplace sophistication level for your prospects, how to assess the competitive landscape in terms of hooks and offers and deliverables that other competitors are already promising to the marketplace, and how to craft the hook for your specific product, prospects, and marketplace based on the competitive landscape and the marketplace sophistication. In module 2, we do something a little different. I give you the strategy behind how to craft the perfect customer captivation product. And so how to design the product so that it not only creates raving fans, but that it sets up the sale for your first back-end offer. I give you 5 specific tactics that you can use when you're creating that customer captivation offer product. Then in module 3, just to go through this very quickly, this covers the entire traffic captivation page. I show you how to take your hook and present your hook on that page. I show you the 5 different elements of that page, how to set up the page, how to publish the page, and how to have that page hosted without even needing a website or a hosting plan. Then in module 4, I walk you through the entire customer captivation offer and page. I walk you through the elements of the customer captivation offer, price point, walk you through how to structure the offer, show you the different elements of the customer captivation offer page, walk you through each of the steps of crafting the customer captivation video, show you how to create the page, lay out on the page, publish the page, and get the page hosted. And then in module 5, I walk you through the order form process. I show you the 5 different elements of the highest converting, lowest abandonment rate order forms, and I show you how to collect payments on your customer captivation offer, as well as all of the add-on offers, all through simple one-click technology without needing any kind of Infusionsoft, Office Autopilot, or anything expensive like that. And then in module 6, I walk you through the entire transaction maximization sequence. I walk you through each of the different add-on offers, the reverse add-on, the soft add-on, the mid-tier add-on, the thank you page gift offer. I show you the price points of each of those offers. I show you how those offers need to be presented, the different elements that need to go on each page, and I show you how to set those pages up, publish them, and take one-click payments on all of them. In module 7, I walk you through the amplification autoresponder chain. I show you how to set it up inside of a simple autoresponder like Aweber. I show you the automation rules. I show you how to set up the automation rules in a matter of minutes so that the whole thing is fully automated. And I walk you through the 8 different mini email sequences. I show you what those sequences are designed to do, the psychology behind them, as well as the number of emails in there, the timing of the emails, and the theme of each and every email that goes out for each and every sequence in there. In module 8, it's a quick module. I show you how to quickly deliver and fulfill your digital information products if you're an info marketer, and I show you how to do it securely and for free without having to spend money on an expensive platform. In module 9, I walk you through tracking, how to track your entire marketing funnel, all of your traffic from clicks to traffic captivation page conversions to customer captivation conversions on all of your add-ons. I show you how to track total sales, average front-end transaction, earnings per click, return on investment, profit, so that you can quickly identify which traffic sources you can and should scale and which ones you should either decrease or cut out all together. Module 10, I go through the 5 main marketing metrics of your business, show you what those marketing metrics are, tell you what they mean, and most importantly, show you how to make decisions based on those marketing metrics. It's one thing to know what your marketing metrics are. It's another thing to know how to make the right decisions based on those metrics. Then in module 11, I show you how to optimize your funnel, take it from just an average 6-figure funnel up to a powerhouse funnel, show you a free tool that you can use to do that, and I show you another tool that I actually use in-house to do that. And then finally in module 12, I introduce you to the back end, how to get prepared to introduce your very first back end product to your existing customers so that you can extract massive profit. And so those are the modules. Now, rather than me go on and tell you how great the content is, I just want to take 60 seconds to just show you. These were unsolicited comments that came in within the first 48 hours from folks who signed up for the Six Figure Funnel Formula training program. And so you've got William, who said, this course has just blown out the water, the saying you get what you pay for. Frankly, Todd has given us the deal of the year. Plus, it's so rare. His teaching method doesn't leave you with more questions, but with a clear understanding. Mike said, I couldn't stop watching the videos. Renee, ideas are popping in my head. Phyllis said, I've only finished module 1 and 2, and my response is just incredible. I only wish I had some of this information 10 years ago. Would have saved me endless frustration, blah, blah, blah. Kay said, lots of good ideas. Rebecca said, been through the videos once and think the course is absolutely superb, quite the best I've ever been on. And Todd, your teaching is clear and concise. Sylvia said, also, all within 48 hours. I've gone through the first 3 modules, and all I can say is, wow, feel very fortunate to have the opportunity to learn and implement the information and tools. Dushan said, started into module 1 immediately, totally blown away. You're a man, you're a talent at teaching with clarity, communicating, blah, blah, blah. Graham said, really digging the content. Graham actually creates funnels for some of the biggest names in online marketing. Today, Dale said, love what you're doing. The content is amazing, and the delivery makes for such easy consumption. Michael just made it through module 1 and I'm blown away. Henry said, just went through the first module and it's pure gold. Alex said, the training absolutely rocks. And I could really honestly go on and share with you unsolicited comments that were posted on the Facebook support group for the Six Figure Funnel Formula. Like, turns out, I was getting ready to do everything the typical do. I'm so glad that I invested in this training. I feel my business will take exponential leaps. I've got 8 pages of notes, very valuable information, can feel the inspiration. This dude said, Dave, this was really sweet. He said, I'm about to start module 6, but before I do, I have to take a minute to say that I've learned enough already to justify the cost of this course. Over here, I love this. He said, Brent said, your training makes the rest of the marketing out there look like a ghost town. The very first modules opened my eyes to why so much does not work. Amy said, since I purchased the Six Figure Funnel Formula, I've learned so much that the other marketing gurus do not tell you. Thank you, Todd, for this training. I know I'm starting off the right way. And so that's the first component of this program. The next component you get is what I call the ultimate marketing funnel, the ultimate collection of marketing funnel cheat sheets. And this is a collection of 13 cheat sheets that I designed for myself and my team, just a little bit fancier for you, for all the different areas of creating your marketing funnel. So there's a cheat sheet for your traffic captivation page, for product creation, for video sales letters, for crafting your add-on offers, stick strategy for refund reduction. There's a cheat sheet for follow-up, for long-form sales letter, crafting offers, your order forms, subject lines, evergreen webinars, tracking metrics, and more. You get access to the entire collection as well as the new cheat sheets that I'll be creating for myself and my team over the coming weeks and months. The next component is you get access to what's called the Six Figure Funnel Formula Discount Resource Directory. You do not have to buy any resource in here. None of these resources are necessary for using the Six Figure Funnel Formula. Here's what I did. I went out and I handpicked certain resources, certain tools, certain software, certain training products that I felt were some of the best. And I approached the marketers, the creators of those products, and I said, what kind of commission would you give me if I promoted this for you? And many of them said, I'd give you 50%. I said, okay, so here's what I want you to do. Don't give me any commission. I don't want to get paid anything. I want you to take the 50% commission that you'd give me, and instead, I want you to deduct it from the price for my clients. And so every single resource in here, I make zero money on. It's all about passing along an incredible discount to you. So you'll find one of the best email marketing, email copywriting training programs in the entire internet community in here. You'll find stuff on Facebook, Facebook advertising, solo ads, media buying, marketing automation, data collection from Facebook, evergreen webinar software. You'll even find the recordings of one of the most popular IM marketing workshops in here. You'll get access to the entire directory, and you get access to all the new offers that we're going to be setting up and getting for you over the weeks and months to come. Also, what you get, and this is one of the more valuable components of the program, you get starting next week access to me personally, not a consultant, not somebody I hired, not somebody on my team, but you get access to 4 weekly live coaching calls, group coaching calls with me, where you can have me personally address your marketing funnel, your hook, your marketplace sophistication level, your traffic captivation page, your customer captivation offer, your add-on offer products, your add-on offers, etc. All of your questions, everything that you need, I will be there for you once a week for 4 weeks until you get your 6-figure funnel up and running. After the 30 days, you will continue to get access to the private members only support group on Facebook. There are at least now, I would say 200, 250 maybe, or 230 maybe of the registered folks that are now on this support group and this is one of the most active support groups I've ever seen, right? And so you get your questions answered, you get feedback from other members, you get inspiration, motivation. I moderate it as well. I'll be inviting some of my higher level marketing friends to come in and chime in every now and then. Now, the last component that you get is I wanted to create just an over-the-top killer bonus because this was my first public launch for this MFA brand, right? I've ran many launches for Rich Schefren. I was a faculty member for Jeff Walker at his, whatever, $10,000 gig. But because this was my first public launch, I wanted to do an over-the-top bonus. And so what I created and what you get access to is what I believe is worth multiples of the tuition that you'll invest today to jump into the 6-figure funnel formula training program. It's called the 30-day look over my shoulder session. And here's what it's about. I'm going to create a brand new funnel from scratch, from A to Z, from beginning to end, using the 6-figure funnel formula, the exact formula that you're going to get and learn throughout the training portal. I'm going to do it in a brand new market that members of the 6-figure funnel formula training program will vote on. The voting begins on Thursday, that they'll choose for me, just because I want everybody to see how quickly you can set up a 6-figure funnel using the 6-figure funnel formula in a niche with no connections, no affinity, no partners, no prior experience, etc. Right? So I'm going to create the whole thing from A to Z, and I'm going to video the entire thing for you. I'm going to show you how I assess the competitive landscape, the marketplace sophistication, create the hook, craft all the offers, set up all the add-on offer pages through the transaction maximization sequence. I'm going to show you how I set up all the follow-up sequences, the amplification autoresponder, the order form, the whole 9. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to give you commentary the whole way, telling you what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, where I'm doing it, and why I am doing everything. So you can see the entire process live as it's being done. There's no better way for me to put myself out on the line, for me to put myself out on the hook to show you how quickly it can be done and how it can be done in any niche that you choose or any marketplace than this. And you're going to get access to everything. Then afterwards, if that wasn't enough, we're going to hold a little customer-only contest, and the winner is going to get the actual funnel I've built. I'm going to hand the winner, that could be you, the funnel that I've built, that you could build a business around, that you could incorporate into your current business, that you can sell. It becomes your funnel if you win that little contest. Now, to wrap this up, no offer would be complete without an over-the-top guarantee, so here's mine. Go through the whole program. Not a piece of it, not a part of it, not half of it, not some of it. Go through the whole program. Take a full 30 days to do it so that you can see everything for yourself. Put it into action, see that it does everything that I've said it will for you, and then decide if it's right for you. If not, no biggie. Just shoot an email over to my support staff, and as long as it's within 30 days of the date of your purchase, you'll get a full refund of everything that, of every dime that you spent. No harm, no foul. So here's everything you get. You get lifetime access to the training modules and handouts, the ultimate collection of marketing funnel cheat sheets, the customer-only discount resource directory, access to the private Facebook support group, access to 4 weeks of group coaching calls with me personally, and access to the 30-day look over my shoulder videos, as well as the contest. Everything is just one payment of $297. Now, here's the thing. This is a special offer just for Nevada Corporate Headquarters Inc. subscribers only. This offer is no longer available to the public. Currently, the public is paying just shy of $500 and they're not getting the added bonuses. And so this is a special offer that's only available until this Saturday, March 29th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. We've gone ahead, we've set up a special order form just for you folks. You still get the $200 discount, meaning you get everything for just $297. And this is just for you guys. And so you have up until this Saturday, March 29th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to get everything. And you can just use the link below to go ahead and do that. And that's all for me. And so I just want to say thank you, Court, for having me. Thank you, everybody, for listening and being with me here today. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys and gals on the inside. And so go ahead, grab your special discount, use that link that you see right on your screen, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Take care, all.
Thanks, Todd. That was awesome. I'm in. That's an incredible offer. Thanks for giving our clients and friends this amazing special price with those incredible bonuses. All of you that have been on this webinar, please do not wait. You've got till Saturday, as Todd had said. Go to www.sixfigurefunnelformula.com/NCH. Thanks for tuning in today, and everyone have a great day.